So you want to try motovlogging, and you should, whether it's just to document your rides or put them up here on YouTube. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to get started and how much it's going to cost for a beginner, intermediate, and a more advanced vlogging setup. Stick around. I think it's safe to say that anyone who rides a motorcycle at one point or another has thought about becoming a vlogger, whether it's just to document their trips or to make videos and put them up on YouTube, start a channel. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work, and it's also an expense. You got to put money into it. Now, everybody has different setups and different methods of doing it, but I want to give you just the basics, tell you what you need just to get started, and then I'll tell you what you need for kind of an intermediate setup, a little more complex, and then what you need if you want to get advanced and really get into it. I don't recommend anybody going advanced right off the beginning. I say start either with the beginner or intermediate setup, see if you like it, see if it's for you, and then once you decide, then you can go ahead and invest in the more expensive stuff. Something's missing here. I got the lights, I got the microphone, I got the camera. I know. Give me 1 second. All right. Now we can do this right. Cheers, guys. Can't have a vlog without a beer. So obviously the first thing you're going to need if you want to start vlogging is a camera. So for the cameras, I recommend starting either with the Hero 5 Black or a Hero 7 Silver. They're both going to run you $149. They're both going to be able to accept the mic adapter for the input. They're both going to give you stabilization, and they're both waterproof, so you don't have to worry about them getting wet. Next thing you're going to need is a method of getting audio. Now, there's two things you need for that. One of them, obviously, you're going to need a microphone. And the second, thank you, GoPro, you're going to need what's called a microphone adapter. Now, GoPro has these blocks that you need to attach to the camera in order to be able to connect the microphone. So you're going to need that mic adapter. That's going to cost you $49. So you got your camera, you got the mic adapter, now you need a microphone. I've tried several different microphones, and I've narrowed it down to two that I still use to this day. One of them is a Sony, the other one's called a Purple Panda. The Sony, it's only going to cost you $19.99. I've done many of my vlogs on that microphone, and the quality has been perfect. And the final thing you're going to need to get started is going to be some kind of a selfie stick or tripod. And the reason for that is when you're off the motorcycle, you want something to hold the camera. You don't want to hold it with your hand. I mean, I've seen a lot of people do that. And the problem is that it gets all shaky, and usually your arm is in this position, and it's not pretty. And no, it doesn't look good. Nobody wants to see that. So this is what it looks like with the camera handheld. As you can see, you can probably see some of my arm here in the shot. It's not very stable. So if you get a tripod, you're able to put it further away from you. You're also able to show more of your background, and that makes a big difference in the video instead of just being zoomed in the person's face. And this is how it looks like on the three-way tripod. If you notice, the tripod is not in the shot. It's just the camera by itself, even though it is here. And because it's further away, you're able to see more of the background behind me. The one I would personally recommend is there's one made by GoPro. It's called a GoPro 3-way. And the reason they call it 3-way is because it opens in 3 different sections, and you're able to angle it in a way where you're holding it at the bottom and the camera's on top, and you don't see the selfie stick in the shot. That piece goes for $70 from GoPro. I did manage to find it for you guys for $54.99. By the way, everything I'm mentioning is going to have links in the description, so it'll make it easier for you. Full disclosure, these are affiliate links. They don't cost you a penny extra, but they do give us a small commission to help support the channel and keep it going. So appreciate it. If you're going to make a purchase, use the links. Thank you. Now, if you don't want to spend that much money on the GoPro, there's a replica of it by a company called Smatchery, and that's only going to cost you $26.99. It's basically the same thing, but made by a different company. I've never tried it, so I can't really comment on it. The reviews seem pretty good, so you can give that a shot. Now, there's one tip I want to give you. If you're going to go with a GoPro, add what's called GoPro Plus. GoPro Plus costs you $4.99 a month. GoPro lets you upload all your pictures, all your videos. You'll always have them online. You can download them wherever you want. Another great advantage to this is they give you insurance. Anything goes wrong with your camera, you break it, you run it over with your motorcycle or falls off your motorcycle, gets run over by a car, it's covered. They're going to replace it. And the third, and in my opinion, the most valuable one, is they give you 50% off most accessories. Not all, unfortunately, but most accessories. For example, that 3-way stick that I just told you about, it goes for $70 on their website. You'll get it for $35. One last thing you're going to need in order to put all these videos together is a video editing software. If you're using a Mac, you can just stick with iMovie that comes with it. It's free. I've used it, haven't had any issues with it. That's how I started. Eventually I did outgrow it, but it's a great software to start. Now, if you're not a Mac user, you're using Windows, there's a program called Wondershare. It's also a free editing software and it's pretty good. One last tip, if you are a Mac user, due to the whole coronavirus situation, Apple is actually giving you 3 months of free usage of the Final Cut Pro software. Go ahead and download it. It's free. All right, so let's get a total of all this up. You have your camera, it's $149. You have your mic adapter, that's $49. You have a microphone, $20. You have your selfie stick. If you go with the cheapest one, it's $27. And you have your software, which is free. So you're going to be looking at a grand total of $244.98. That's your investment. That's what it's going to cost you to get going. Not too bad. And remember, if you try it out, it's not for you. Put the stuff on eBay, put it on Craigslist, put it on OfferUp. There's plenty of ways to get rid of it, and people are always looking for cameras. Now, let's talk about the intermediate level. You want to get a little more advanced, you've been doing it for a while, or you know this is something that you want to do. This is what I think you're going to need to step it up a little bit. I would recommend start off with at least the Hero 7 Black for a camera. Better quality, you're going to get better resolution, sharper pictures, better stabilization, better audio even. I would definitely recommend start with that. Don't forget to add your GoPro Plus, $4.99. You still need the mic adapter, that's still going to be $49. For the microphone, instead of just the Sony, I would recommend going with a Purple Panda. Purple Panda is going to be a little bit more. It's going to cost you $40 as opposed to the $20. But you're going to get much better sound quality, not only of your voice, it's also going to do a better job of picking up the sounds around you, like the engine noise when you're revving it. Kind of adds a little more to the video. You're still going to need the GoPro adapter, but it comes with all the other attachments. So now the next thing is the tripod. I would definitely recommend start with the GoPro, that 3-way. That's really a great tripod to work with. The beauty of it is it's not just a selfie stick, but it also has legs that open up and you can actually sit it on the table and do a recording like this, Talking Heads video. So you're kind of getting a 2-in-1 there. Another mount that I'm going to recommend you get is, it's called a GoPro Jaws. And what that's going to allow you to do is clip it onto either the handlebars or anywhere on your motorcycle, and it's super, super strong. I mean, once you clamp it there, it's not going anywhere. And the reason I recommend that is you can clip it to your handlebars and you can actually rotate it. So you can have it facing front when you want to film the road, or you can face it towards you and then you can record yourself while you're talking on camera. It's almost like having 2 cameras. So let's tally this up. We have the GoPro at $299 plus $4.99 for the Plus. We have the mic adapter at $49.99. We have the Purple Panda at $39.99. And then we have the GoPro 3-way, which is only going to cost you $35 instead of $70 because you spent the $4.99 on the Plus. And then you're going to have the GoPro Jaws, which is normally $50, but you're going to get it half off, so it's $24.99. So add all those up, your total is going to be $403.97. So it's going to be about another $158, but you're going to have a much better setup and better quality. Now let's get into the advanced. This is the good stuff. Now in the advanced, you're going to want to have a minimum of 2 GoPros. One facing forward to capture the shots, one facing you so you can vlog at the same time, and then what that allows you to do is cut between them and show different angles while you're talking. I would recommend, if you don't have any cameras and you're going to go out and start now, I would recommend going with the latest, which is going to be the Hero 8. If you're going to do it, don't start with something cheaper and then end up spending more money later on. This is the advanced setup, so you got to come up with the big bucks. The Hero 8 right now, I was able to find it, the cheapest I was able to find it was $359. That's each one. So you're looking at $718 for the 2. You're going to still need your mic adapter, so that's going to be another $49. You're going to need the GoPro 3-way, so that's $35. You're going to need the JAWS. I still recommend using that. There's plenty of other uses for it. That's going to be another $25. Now we're going to need the microphone. So for the microphone, you're looking at the Purple Panda for $39.99. I recommend getting another microphone, which is called the Video Micro, made by Rode. That's going to cost you $57. It's basically the same one I have here. And the reason you're going to want that is for when you're doing vlogging off of the motorcycle. Because that lavalier mic that I mentioned, the Purple Panda, that's going to go in your helmet. That's going to record your audio. You don't want to be taking apart your helmet every time you get off the motorcycle. This place is just insanely beautiful. So quiet and peaceful. This is one of the prettiest parks we've been in. What I like is how developed it is, with all the bridges and the walkways. Now along with this, you're going to need a housing that's going to hold your GoPro and hold the mic adapter, and it's going to have a cold shoe, which is going to give you a place to put the microphone on top of it, so that when you're holding it in front of you, you're going to have the microphone right there, and you're going to look into it and you'll be able to pick up your audio. That's going to cost you another $15.99. It's not bad, and it's actually a very nice and neat solution. I've used it several times and I've been very happy with it. If we're going advanced, you're going to want to invest in the video editing software, in which case I would recommend, personally, this is my personal recommendation. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I use Final Cut Pro. A lot of people use Premiere. If that's what you're comfortable with, be my guest. My son actually uses Premiere Pro. He learned it in film school. That's what he learned to edit with, so that's what he sticks with. But he's tried Final Cut a few times and he's kind of liked it. There's a lot of shortcuts and just things to make your workflow a little easier. And that's going to cost you $2.99. So let's tally all this up. We got $359 times 2 for the cameras. We have $49 for the microphone adapter. We have $39 for the microphone, the Purple Panda. We have $57.85 for the Rode Video Micro. And then we have an additional $15.99 for the frame. And then we have the GoPro 3-way selfie stick. That's $35. And $24.99 for the JAWS. Both those prices are providing you spend the $5 extra and get the GoPro Plus. It's a no-brainer. It pays for itself with the one accessory. And then you're going to have $300 for Final Cut Pro. Your grand total, you're looking at $1,239. So it gets pretty steep. If you think that's bad, I can tell you there's a lot more you're going to invest once you get advanced. You get into higher end cameras and lenses and filters and drones and Osmo Pockets. There's just, it's never ending. A gimbal. So it gets expensive. It really does. You know, if it's something you enjoy doing, it's worth it. It's worth every penny, and I do enjoy it. I love it. I love filming. I love vlogging. I love coming home and editing the videos, and I love watching the videos a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road. Some of them I watch and I kind of cringe. I still enjoy watching them. It's funny. I just had a subscriber send me a message that he was recommended my channel by another rider, and he was starting at the beginning at my oldest video, and that made me cringe. So yeah, I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the setup with the microphone in the helmet or anything else, so it's not the best video. So I kind of replied to him. I told him, if you're going to start there, it's going to be a painful journey. Hopefully he gets to the good videos really quick. because there's been some bad videos, I'll admit it. It's something that's fun, but it does take a lot of work, and it's going to take you time to get into the flow of things. It's going to be a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of tutorials, just like I've done. I've spent hundreds of hours watching tutorials on everything from settings on the cameras to camera movements to angles to editing tricks. It's just never ending. But anyway, like I mentioned, I'm gonna leave links for everything down in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a comment. I'm happy to help. Anything I can do to give back, it'll be my pleasure. I enjoy it. So with that, if you got anything from this video, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. There's going to be a lot more videos like this coming up. So with that said, I'm Mike. This is our channel, Mr. and Mrs. Two Wheeler, and we'll see you on the road. Oops.